Darren, back-to-back Wembley wins. How does it feel?
Great, fantastic. So proud of the boys, because the biggest compliment you can give them is they fully deserve to win that game. Definitely. I don't think anyone could argue.
It was comfortable, wasn't it?
Didn't feel that way. If Ricky gets the penalty as he should have in the second half, it would have come, or Manny hits the target. I just felt to a man they were fantastic. I think we took a lot out of Tuesday. I think we took a lot of belief out of Tuesday. Because, look, they're the best team in the league. We know that. Probably arguably one of the best teams League One's seen. Certainly squads. But I think I could feel it with the players. The last thing I said to them, you've got to play with conviction, belief. And the players did that.
We normally start with the goals, Darren, but I wonder if we should start with the defence, because defensive weakness for the first half of the season was kind of the theme. You wouldn't know it out there with the size of Wembley, the opposition they're up against. One of the best performances defensively I can remember in your time at PB United.
As a team it was. Yeah. And that was the biggest thing we took from Tuesday. There was 3 or 4 things I had to change. We were too passive on Tuesday. I thought we showed them a little bit too much respect. And we sort of went, we had to be more aggressive in the right areas, and I thought we did that. And from that, we got counter-attacks, and we were a massive threat on those. Even at 0-0, we had 1 or 2 openings. So that was the biggest thing we changed in terms of how we went out of position. And of course, as the game went on and you're leading 2-0, what generally happens, especially against that sort of team, they'll have more of the ball, which they did. I don't honestly think they really hurt us. I thought we had the better chances.
Yeah, there's probably one save from
Jed made a great save to Jukovic, to be fair, 2-0. And we knew that, I mean, he kept putting another minute on the 4th official, because my players were, they didn't deliberately go down, but I urged them to stay on their feet, because from experience I know that if it goes to 2-1 and all of a sudden there's 11 minutes injury time, the place goes bananas, you know. But fortunately, I mean, Jed, I've just looked to my right there, he was outstanding today.
First goal, always important.
Yeah.
To get it early, also very good. But what a free kick from young Harley Mills.
Yeah, I mean, the boy's set pieces delivery is outstanding. He's got a wonderful left foot. And it was a fantastic goal. Both the goals were outstanding finishes. And that was a bit of quality that won us the game.
Yeah, we were used to seeing Hector score a lot of goals last season. It hasn't maybe been like that for him this season, but he reminded us of the technique and the finish, didn't he?
Yeah, I was delighted for Hector, because he's not had the season he wants. He's probably had a lot of pressure on him as a captain. That was my decision. He's probably, by his own, he's had an injury, he's missed a lot of games. He's obviously going to be leaving in the summer. I think that's a great send-off. Obviously, we've got to finish business in the league. But for a captain to lead the team out, lift the trophy, score a goal, can't get any better than that.
And was his place in the starting 11 ever in doubt, Darren?
He was putting himself under pressure. He was. But thankfully, I think I made the right decision.
You've mentioned it already about having the opportunity to play against Birmingham on Tuesday. I've spoken to 1 or 2 of the players and they've said how helpful they thought it was and how hard they've worked with yourself tactically to address what needed to be done. Talk us through how that influential playing against them Tuesday's been.
Well, it became an easier game to prepare for, in the sense that we had to really be... what's the right word I'm looking for? I can't think of the right word, but we need to be really sort of the concentration in what we showed them, and it was repetition, not for ages. This is what you did well, this is what you didn't do well, and it was an easier game to prepare for. I just felt we were too passive on Tuesday, and we couldn't be like that today, not all the game. And but the first goal was big. Against them, if you lose the first goal, it becomes difficult. Against us, if we score the first goal, doesn't matter who the opponent is, it becomes difficult.
And how important was it that you were here last year as winners? Because not only does it give the players that experience, but I wonder if, like, seeing Harrison in the spotlight, given his performance, and that sort of motivates, it helps.
I don't think we needed any more motivation than what was already there. But we just had to turn up. We just had to give a performance like we gave. And, that's only the 5th time they've not scored a goal. I think it's only the 4th time someone's beat them. And I just said to the players, look, you can either turn up and just believe that you're never going to lose this game regardless of how it goes, or you can accept it, like a lot of teams have done against Birmingham, before a ball's even kicked. If we didn't have any belief today, we were getting beat. And the players played with belief.
is this win this year sweeter because of what's happened this season and how tough it's been at times?
No, even if the league form had gone really, really well, it would still be definitely the best win.
Why do you say that?
Because of the opposition. 100%. That's a championship team we beat today.
And for some of these players, it could be their last few games now for Peterborough United. Certainly a big occasion like this, but what a way to sign off, Darren.
Yeah, we haven't signed off yet. We've still got to get some points. We're confident we will, especially if you get performances like that. So we've still got a job to do in the league. But no, you're absolutely correct. You know, Ricky will go, Poco will go, Cipriani will go. It is getting harder and harder. There is no question.
Darren Ferguson's not going anywhere though, is he, Darren?
Not unless you tell me something different at the moment. I'm definitely not going anywhere, but I'm just going to enjoy today. Sometimes
they rename competitions, Darren. I mean, you've won this so many times now. Are we looking at the Darren Ferguson trophy?
Yeah, no, it's about the whole group. I mean, today was important for many reasons. I think for this young team, you know, for the fans, for the families, for Darren and Barry again, and you know, because it's been a real challenging season. But I think we've given. Look, there's no question. This is why I take this serious. You know, there is one thing I think is underestimated in football is how happy you can make people. That is underestimated. You have made people someday out there today. The team have. We all have, because it's a day they'll never forget. Well, I've just been up to see my family. They're going berserk and clearly had one or two too many drinks. But there you go.
For your colleagues, your close colleagues, Barry and
yeah.
Darren, it must be special, especially for Barry.
I think Barry, look, he's just turned 80. He'll outsee the whole lot of us. I've said that many times. He looks like he's still 50, Barry. But it's great for him. You know, it was a special day for him in terms of it's Birmingham, but also for the chairman, because, you know, at times I know he takes criticism. Why? I've no idea. I mean, 19 years we've been together now, and I said it before the game. Our fans have been spoiled. You know, they have, no question.